Hey, what's going on everyone? Mr. Rage22, welcome back to my channel. Making another rant video today. And in today's rant video, we are talking about a subject that really pisses me off in almost any form. But as someone who loves movies, and because I'm a huge movie buff, in case you didn't know, but as someone who really loves and enjoys watching movies, just the idea of censorship in movies just makes me cringe. And in my personal opinion, censoring a film is almost I look at censorship in films the same way I would look at sabotage. To me, censoring a film is no different than having that film basically sabotaged. Because I really hate the idea of censorship and the reasons behind it. Now, if you are someone who thinks that a film should be censored for being violent or disturbing, quite simply fuck you. I know that may sound very harsh, very controversial, and very judgmental, but hear me out. As a film buff and a movie critic as well, you know, and I definitely know, least of all know, that everyone sees films in their own unique way. As people, we are different from each other. We can either have totally different mindsets or we can have similar ones. But even if they are similar, we all see movies in our own unique way, our own unique view, basically. When people watch movies, people have their own unique view and their own unique opinions about that films that are different from the opinions and views of others. Our ability to see films, which is, everyone's ability actually, people's ability to see things in their own unique view and in their own unique, have their own unique opinion and have their own unique feelings about it that are different from the way others may see it. It's one of the most unique things about people. It's our ability to be different from each other, to all have our own different mindsets and our own different opinions about things. I mean, imagine if everyone just had the same mindset. That sounds like the plot for a really bad sci-fi movie, but anyways, um, that sounds like a really depressing thing, actually. Like, imagine if everyone was just so similar to the point that there's no more diversity or variety. But, thankfully, we have the ability to be different, to have our own different mindsets and our own unique views on the things that we see in our lives. And movies are absolutely no exception. For an example, someone could watch a movie and love it. They could love the scene, they could love everything about that film. Someone else could watch that same exact movie and hate it, or they just may not like it as much. It's our ability to see things in our own unique view, in our eyes, and have our own unique opinions and have our own unique feelings about things. And I'm going to be calling these people snowflakes, by the way, because that's just technically what they are. A snowflake who is someone who wants to censor or want a movie to be censored, aka sabotaged, is someone who just doesn't see or realize that very fact that people watch movies and have their own unique views and their own unique opinions about that film. Snowflakes are people who think that if they saw that movie in a bad way, which is, either it being too disturbing for them or too violent, they are using that as a way to want to have that film criticized. Like, they are judging that movie based on how they seen it, and they are judging wanting to censor that film based on how they seen it. But these people either just they either forgot or they just don't care about the fact that the movie that is apparently too disturbing or too violent for them, they don't really consider the fact that maybe someone else or other people may see that film in an entirely different way from how they are seeing it. So when certain people think a film should be censored for being too violent or too disturbing, they literally have forgotten the fact that maybe others don't see it that way and maybe don't want it to get censored. Because in my own personal opinion, these people want to fuck up the movie for everyone else just because of how they saw it. And it is absolutely pathetic The fact that people are like this and the fact that people even want to do this in the first place is the most stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And it is absolutely pathetic, and it makes me lose faith in this entire fucking country. Okay? Because America is supposed to be judged as like the land of the free, where you could have whatever you want, you could do whatever you want, you could have whatever you want, or have almost anything you want. Like, these people are literally going against what their country is supposed to stand for. Censorship in a fucking film, something that's fiction, should not exist. But because of all you dumbass snowflakes who think just because you're as soft as a fucking sponge, you think everyone else is too, we can no longer have that. That's something that doesn't exist anymore. There are so many movies that could come out where the director could put whatever they wanted, but no. Because you people think that just because the film was too disturbing and too violent for you, you think suddenly everyone else is going to agree. These fucking snowflakes have the desire to want these movies censored based on how they seen it in their own view. Now let me start by saying again that, if you think a film is very disturbing, too disturbing, very violent or too violent, and if you don't like that, if that's not your style, and if you just don't like violent or disturbing films, that is totally fine. And that's your own unique view. And like I said, people having their own unique view on movies and having their own thoughts, their own opinions, their own feelings, I love that idea. It's what makes things different, and it's what makes it interesting, because like, I'm someone who likes to talk to other film buffs, and like, I talk to people who like I talk to them about movies that I love, right? And I love to hear what they think about it, because like, when there's a film that I absolutely love or a film that I like, I love hearing what others have to say about it, even if they don't like it, because it just makes things more interesting. But the thing about a fucking snowflake is these people have literally forgotten, or maybe even worse, maybe they just don't give a fuck about how other people see the movie that they think in their own view is too disturbing or too fucking violent. Fuck you. Snowflakes piss me off. They piss me off more than PlayStation fanboys, more than dumbass hypocrites, and more than Vladimir Putin. Okay, these people are simply too ignorant or too fucking delusional or stuck up to realize that not everyone has the same mindset as them. That not everyone maybe feels the same way that they feel about a film. And I honestly can't even think of a good way to even want a film censored. Like, I know. Never mind, I do know. Think about the children. Oh my god, what if our children see... What if our precious little children see this? Don't let your children watch it then. That is the stupidest excuse I have ever heard. Imagine wanting to censor a film because you can't do your job as a fucking parent or a guardian. If you don't want your children watching violent movies and being exposed to violent and disturbing movies, don't fucking let them watch it then. Wanting to censor a film based on that fact alone is absolutely pathetic and so fucking ignorant. And like, if your children are like going against you, if your children want to watch those types of films, don't let them watch it then. Step up and be a good parent, or don't have kids. So anyone who thinks that, like, anyone who's like trying to use the fact of children watching these films as a good way and a good excuse to want to censor these movies, fuck you. Guess what? I'm a child. I'm a fucking minor, and I'm saying go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit about the children, and neither should you, because that is not the movie's fault, because your children are watching these movies in the first place. Look at the fucking ratings, you dumbasses. And like, not only that, but violent films are usually in a certain genre, and that certain genre has their own audience that actually like those films and are not bothered by the violence. Imagine some dumbass walking in, never seeing any of these types of films before, and wanting to censor just because of how they saw it, based on their own view of that film and based off of their own opinion of that film. They are going to be using those facts to want to get it censored just because of how they felt about it, but they don't care about the people who are into that type of genre, who actually are unaffected by the scenes in those films. And another thing, I don't care about the type of violent scenes we're talking about. I don't care about rape, murder, or like even children getting killed, okay? You know why? Because a film is fucking fictional. What you are seeing on the fucking screen is not real. It's fake blood, and it's something that most of all doesn't really happen in real life. And even if it does, it's not like it's gonna go like, but it's not like, That's not gonna happen without consequences. These people, they forgot about fiction as well. Imagine wanting to censor a movie because you thought it was too violent. And like I said earlier, if you think a film is too violent and if you're not into it, that is your own opinion and that is your own unique view and that is your own unique opinion. It's what makes you unique and it adds diversity and variety. That's totally fine. It's bad when you want to fuck up the movie and censor it based on your opinion and your viewing, but you don't give the slightest fuck about the other people who watch those movies and have their own unique opinions and their own unique view. Shit like this makes my goddamn blood boil. And I can't stand people like this. Like, when I hear people saying that, oh my god, this movie was so disturbing, how could they make something so disturbing, so violent? I want to smack these people in the fucking mouth because it's exactly what they deserve. Snowflakes are bad people because they are ignorant and they are pathetic and they make themselves look like dumbasses. And I know you may be thinking, Mr. Rage, why are you getting so mad? Your movies are gonna be fine. Like, it's just their problem. No. Good movies actually do end up getting censored because of the very dumbasses we are talking about. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a perfect example. That film faced so much controversy because of the violence. And you wanna know what's the bad part for all you fucking snowflakes who are either hearing this or watching this? No one is even asking you to watch these films. No one is forcing you. No one is asking you. Nobody even wants you to watch it. If you're someone who doesn't like violent films, don't fucking watch it. Why would you want to censor a film when no one is even asking you to watch it? And no one cares what you think about it, especially if you want to censor it. And like I was talking about the whole genre thing, I love horror movies, okay? That is my personal favorite genre. What are these people even expecting when they watch something like a horror film? What are they expecting to see in those type of movies? The scenes are supposed to be disturbing, they're supposed to be uncomfortable, and they're supposed to be fucking violent. What exactly were you expecting? Why would you want to censor a film that is actually trying to be violent? And trying to have those type of scenes because that's the type of movie it is. If you don't like violent and disturbing movies, don't fucking watch them. If, like I said earlier, if you are a snowflake, aka someone who wants to censor or sabotage a film based on your view, but not based on the views of others, based on only your view, because suddenly you're a special kind of snowflake and only your opinion and only your view matters, fuck you. Let me give you the nicest fuck you ever. Hey honey, go fuck yourself and stop bothering my fucking films! Leave my movies alone and stop fucking censoring them. And you wanna know what's the bad part? Companies like Warner Brothers and Universal have these people working for them. I don't know why these fucking snowflakes are being employed in the first place, but now films are being censored even when snowflakes don't say anything about it. Because, there are some people who don't care if a film is too violent, and they do care if it's too violent, but they don't want to censor it. There are two types of snowflakes, okay? There are the ones who think the film should be censored, and there are the ones who actually try to get it censored. These people are even worse. They start these public outcries and stuff, and they talk bad about the film online. They criticize the film for being too violent. You don't realize that the film you are watching and the film that you think is too violent, there could be other people who could have the completely opposite view on that film. And you just don't realize it, or you don't fucking care. There could be 100 people who all think a film could be too disturbing or too violent. But guess what? Guess what, motherfuckers? There could be 100 more people who feel the exact opposite about that film. Snowflakes do not care about the opinions of others, and they do not care about how others see films in their own unique way. They just think only their view matters and their opinion matters because that's why they think the film should be censored in the first place. And even if fellow snowflakes support each other and agree with each other, that doesn't mean anything, because snowflakes are a certain kind of dumbasses, and thank God that there are some normal people still left in the world. People who actually see that violent and disturbing movies are nothing but fiction, and there are some movies that even I think are kind of violent or too violent, but am I saying they should be censored for everyone else? Because I actually know that my opinion and viewings on a film, someone else can have an entirely different opinion and an entirely different view. And like I said earlier, again, third time saying it, if you think a film is too violent or too disturbing, that is your fucking problem and your own goddamn opinion. But don't you dare try and fuck up the film for everyone else just because that's how you feel. Thank you so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about the over-exaggerated screaming, but stuff like this makes my blood boil. Any snowflakes who have watched this video, if you're not already crying in the comment section, please fucking grow the hell up. Please grow up. Stop being so ignorant and stop being such a fucking unaware dumbass, okay? Respect the opinions and respect that people are simply different from you. So you shouldn't want to fuck up a film just because of how you felt about it, but not about how others felt about it. Because let me tell you something. You could have your own unique view and your own unique opinion on a film. But guess what? Someone else can have an opinion and their own unique view that is completely different from yours. Remember that, fucking snowflakes. Remember that. Grow the fuck up and stop being like this. You are ruining the film industry. An industry that's been around for so long. Don't fuck it up, and if you don't like violent films, don't watch them. I cannot say that any more clearly to you people. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I don't usually make rant videos where I'm this angry, but this is why I'm called Mr. Rage. I have a split personality disorder. I could be a really chill guy just talking on the internet and just talking about things, reviewing games, reviewing movies, but stuff like this just brings out the worst in me and makes my blood boil, and that is why I have to be called Mr. Rage, because stuff like this just brings out my inner rage and just makes me scream like a violent psychopath. Like I said, I want to smack one of these snowflakes in the mouth. Maybe that'll knock some goddamn sense into them, because their brains are clearly not working functionally. And you know, guess what? I'm better than you people, because I may be a mentally ill sociopath, but at least I could actually tell reality from fucking fiction. Because imagine wanting to censor a violent film when that film is literally just fiction. Unless what you are seeing is actual real life footage that was from like a really fucked up event, you have no right to want to have my movies censored. Hashtag stop the censorship, stop the snowflakes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you want me to rant more about other things that I don't like, because trust me, there's lots of things in this world I unfortunately hate because I'm depressed. But if there are any other things you want me to rant about, whether it be censorship, movies, or just, you know, anything else, like, you know, bad movies I don't like, just anything. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these rant videos, and I'll be sure to make some more for y'all. But yeah, remember, this channel is completely focused on random content only. I might actually have some game reviews coming out in a while, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And before I go, I'd like to make a quick shout out to one of my viewers, Frosty Jake. I'd like to make a shout out to you, man. Thank you for being a fan of my channel, and along with Jacob, my friend Jacob, and along with Reptile King Gaming. So yeah, my 3 viewers, thank you so much for watching, and to all the others who have watched this video, if you have made it to the end, once again, thank you for sticking by, and thank you for experiencing my unholy rage for these fucking snowflakes that unfortunately have to exist. The reason why condoms exist are these people. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, have a good one. This is Mr. Rage, the angriest motherfucker on earth, signing off. Bye-bye, guys, and have a good one.